Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Doodle Robot, and today I'm going to show you my completed pages for September. A lot of these were whips from July. I think we have a whip from August. Two were actually started in September and finished, so these two were my goals. We're kind of in my whips and dreams video, so I did accomplish some of that. So let's get started. I'm going to start out with the big books. These are in no particular order just because it's easier to zoom in rather than zoom out for the whole shaky camera thing. This is actually a whip in Magical Jungle by Joanna Basford that I worked hard on but did not finish. It's kind of extensive, so let's see here. Let's get you centered. All right, so when last I talked about this one, I'd drawn on the other stuff, and one of my viewers wants to see what stuff looked like before I started. So in Joanna Basford, we can actually show you that. So this is Joanna, let's see here. This is Joanna Basford's drawing, and my kind of altered version of that drawing. So I drew on the alien and the little cliff that he landed on, underwater plateau. I don't know what that's called. I drew extra plants to kind of balance it out. I drew all these fish. I drew lots of snails. There was only one snail. He needed friends. And I think I doubled the hanging plants. So when last you saw it, all that stuff was drawn on there, and the seawater and the sky were colored. So I've colored about, what, maybe half of all the little doodad stuff that needs to be colored. So I'm hoping to get that finished in October. And then I want to start I figured it was best just to work on one at a time. I would like to start my Owlusive Owlusion picture, which is already drawn and inked out, but I'd like to start that also in October. I probably won't finish this one. I talked about this extensively in my Whips and Dreams for September. Did I get that right? I think so. About how I created it, so you can view that if you're interested. But yeah, I hope to start this in October, peck away at it a bit, and probably finish that in November. So yeah, there's where we are on Magical Jungle, one of my favorite books, definitely. As I said in my Whips and Dreams, one of my goals was to maybe do something in the Buddhist book. I picked out quite a few things, but yeah, this was my big Buddhist experiment. So this is a massive book. It's going to be chopped off a little, but I figure if you have a Buddhism book, I wanted to do a Buddhist experiment, so I was trying to color in it every night for like 15-20 minutes at least before I went to bed. I have a little Zen experience. This is Art Therapy Buddhism 100 Designs by Marthy Mulkey and Jean Montano. So yes, so this took all month. I'm like, oh, this is going to be an easy design. No, not an easy design at all. I picked out Crayola color pencils to do the kind of the rainbowy part, and I fought with those the whole time. All month long I fought with those. They do not like this paper very much. I pushed hard on the 29th and 30th, last possible minute, to finish the rest. The center focal point is color shift, so hopefully I can show you the color shift. It's nice and shiny and cool. Two different color shifts there. And then these little circle things are also color shift, and the black is just acrylic paint, apple barrel acrylic paint. So, oh, and the black here is micron markers, the little detail ones. So yeah, so that took all month long to do that simple page. But it was fun. I really like how it turned out. I'm pretty pleased with this one. So yeah. All right, that was Art Therapy Buddhism. Another one that I started and finished in, I'm going to zoom you in now for the smaller books here. Hopefully, oh, sorry about the shaky camera. Hopefully that kind of fits. This is Space Girls and Aliens by Deborah Muller. So I started this one and stopped this one. I needed a break from the Buddhism book and the Johanna Basford Magical Jungle book. Those were getting old really fast. And I wanted to do sci-fi in September. So I did this one. I used my new color shift paint in the background. That took forever because it went down super streaky and light. So I had several coats, and then I had to top it with another color to try to get that. I do like it though, to try to get rid of that streaky stuff. I was scumbling it on. Oh my goodness, it took forever. So I think you're chopped off. I'm going to adjust you just a smidge. Okay, maybe that will be better. All right, so one of my goals is to get a little bit better at alcohol markers, so I did her all in alcohol markers and this little onion thingy, whatever that is. And then I did a tiny bit of shading. I wasn't really feeling the shading. I'm shading a lot in Johanna Basford's book. So I just did a minimal amount of shading with Crayola color pencil, and then a lot of my detail is just like gel pens in her hair. I think that's a Posca marker for the black dots. I just wanted to give the hair texture. I didn't really want to shade or shadow or anything. I do rather like how her eyes came out. Gel pens on that little blanket thing. I don't even know what that is. And then in the sky, I got to use my awesome, I love this medium, Hoo-Hoo acrylic markers for the stars and the little planet, and then there's just white gel pen around the stars, white gel pen for the little dots. So that was a pretty quick, easy page, not counting that background that took forever. But I like how it turned out, so pretty pleased with that. That is Space Girls and Aliens, Deborah Muller. A whip from July that I finished was, I talked about the background extensively. I have two books, Gnomes in the Neighborhood, and the other one is the Mermaid book, both by Denise Cleet, where I was my first time playing with my Neo 2 colors in the background. This is the one that didn't turn out as good in the background, but there's a lot of firsts. I mean, I just decided to go, you know, full experimental on this page. I'll zoom you in a smidge. Sorry for that. All right. Yeah, so this is my first time using my alcohol markers. Alcohol markers here. I painted here. I wanted to see how paint would be on top of the Neo 2 colors. I also wanted to play with a stencil. The stencil went very wrong. I had to correct it a lot. Repaint over it. It was just a little round stencil, so I had to fix it. And then it looked kind of funny, so I just went gel pen crazy and did designs on there. I do like how the clouds turned out, actually. I gave them a silver lining on that evening because nothing seemed to be working, so I made my own silver lining. I later added the blue lining to kind of get those to gel a little bit more in the picture, a little more cohesive, which worked okay, I guess. I tried my alcohol markers here, and I did use them somewhat, but these are little tiny spaces, so I also supplemented it with my water-based markers, fine liners, gel pens. I kind of threw everything at it. I think the book was marker and Crayola. I can't remember. So yeah, so that is Gnomes in the Neighborhood by Denise Cleet. Another whip that actually just needed a little bit done is Into the Woods by Lynn Metzger. There was only a little bit that needed to be done on this. August was a bad month. I got one picture done. That's because school started in August, so I was busy with that. But yeah, I had to just finish the, whatever this is behind it, the mandala sunbursty type thing. I used my gold, it was new at the time when I bought it in July. I used my gold paint there. So you can see it's very shiny, very gold. And just 5 Prismacolors. And I thought it was just a little on the brown side, so I wanted to jazz it up again using my Ohuhu acrylic markers. I took 2 kind of teal colors, aqua colors, to jazz it up just a bit, add that little bit of interest. And then I researched runes, which didn't make any sense to me, so when I did that I found a rune font that I kind of liked. I altered it quite a bit, but I wrote on there with white Posca pen, Tree of Life. So I think I just freehanded that. Yeah, so that's my Tree of Life with no life on it. There are no leaves. Maybe it's autumn. I know everybody's in the autumn mood, and I live in the desert, and it's still like 90 degrees, so I'm not there with the rest of you yet. So that was Into the Woods by Lynn Metzger. And then my last one, I'll zoom you in a little bit for the tiny book here, was my Olga Rani does a weekly find and color thing. I failed. I didn't get it done in time. It was August, so I was busy with school. But A Million Sloths, Lulu Mayo. So that is finally finished. It is mostly Prismacolor. The clouds have different colors of gel pen. We got silver gel pen and white gel pen for the blue clouds. And then the tree leaves are the only things that, aren't Prismacolor. Those are some new gel pens I got, I don't know, July or August, somewhere around there. Pin and Gear. So it's kind of my first time really using them in a book, not just for details. So I was thinking about doing the whole tree all greens, but there weren't enough greens in the gel pen pack to do that. So what I wanted to recede into the background, I used green, and then the ones I wanted to pop forward, I used bright colors. So it was fun using the gel pens. I did try to blend with gel pen, and that bled through, so don't do that. There was one gel pen that ghosted, so I don't know. Whenever I do this page, I'll have to figure out how to cover that up. But there is, these little dots here are actually color shift paint, but the rest is gel pen. So yeah, that is my Olga Rani fail. But I do like the way it turned out. Seems okay. So that is A Million Sloths by Lulu Mayo. I have already done my September haul. I stopped buying early this September because my big car insurance bill was due in September, so I stopped early because I pay my credit card in full every month. I don't want it to, get too high. So I've already shot that. Next I'm going to shoot the Whips and Dreams for October. Show you some more of my whips and a couple pages that I've started already in October. I'm not filming this till October 3rd. So yeah. But before I take off, I want to thank all my new subscribers, all my commenters. You're lovely. I appreciate you. And keep coming back. I thank you for your time. I hope you have a lovely day, weekend, etc. I'll see you next time. Live long and prosper. Bye-bye.